Well, there's a lot of ass wipes in the major media honoring the Marine Corps, quote unquote honoring the Marine Corps on this day of its birthday, November 10th. Traditionally recognized as the Marine Corps birthday. Could be argued that it's not exactly, but that's irrelevant. What I'm going to get on to here is while they're honoring the Marine Corps today in giving total quality lip service, we'll call it that, because every other day of the year, every other hour and minute of the year, they are doing things totally against policies that are what this nation has been founded upon and what the Marine Corps has fought, died, and bled for. So don't let them fool you as to what they're really about. Because let me put it to you this way. You know, while they're freaking telling you one thing, it's total ass kissing because they know who they use. And let me put it to you this way again. On this day that we honor the Marine Corps, since it's part of my birthday too, I'm not going to pull any punches on the major media. I hate their guts. I hate their guts. I consider them more of an enemy than any enemy the Marine Corps has ever fought. And, you know, if they want to say, oh, it's the First Amendment, well, guess what? Since they're the ones pushing all these draconian laws and rules, the Patriot Act from the Bush administration, kissing up to Hillary Clinton's ass all the way, or any other socialistic, communist, murdering pig that poses as a politician, I'm going to tell you to go to freaking hell on this day of the Marine Corps birthday, because it's, hey, you know what? I'm not pulling any punches, because what I see is a bigger enemy than anything that this nation has ever fought is what's going on from within. It's not a joke, man. And, you know, I'm getting totally disgusted with, you know, I could see what's going on with Donald Trump. You know, I totally recognize the guy's got a big ego, he wants money, and I know all the other stuff, but he's probably the most honest one we got. But, you know, there seems to be a concerted effort to say, well, there's some stuff going on here and absolutely nothing on Hillary or Bill Clinton or Jeb Bush, even for that matter, as the way they are attacking some other people that are actually not part of the political apparatus. So I'm going to say this. The major media in this country can go to fucking hell. Because, you know what? I'll tell you that the thing is, they're owned. They're owned. They're owned by the oligarchy in this nation. And what they do is when they praise the Marine Corps, they're just freaking playing a game. They're trying to use people like chumps. They're kissing your ass. It's almost like they're patting you on the back and they're stabbing you in the back at the same time. Screw them. You know, the Marine Corps fought and died and bled for many years over, you know, it's an organization, actually. It's not the same people, obviously, for many years. But it's always been the common people that did all the work. It wasn't the elitist. It never has been the elitist. It's never been the elitists that were out there in the trenches. It's never been the elitists that would do this type of thing, because they don't even want to get their hands dirty, let alone get into some of the most other predicaments that could possibly happen to people under the most vile circumstances. And I'll tell you what I really think about a lot of these scribes that are kissing up to the powers in the United States that are destroying the United States, like freaking Obama. Obama could have been brought down a long time ago if the media concentrated on him. You know, for instance, what we got now is the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The Trans-Pacific Partnership is going to take away all American rights. Yeah, even the left and the right are both against it, but you know what? They're not allowed to debate it. They're not allowed to filibuster it. If they don't vote on it, they don't pass it in 90 days, Obama freaking passes it. Well, I'm going to tell you this. You know, here's a dead Chinese soldier. This is one of the Marines, one of the ones the Marines killed. I'm going to say this. This isn't good enough for the internal enemies in the United States. To me, I think death is too easy. And I want to say that not only should they get it bad, worse than they can freaking imagine. After they're freaking atomized and burned to a crisp, I would not even want their ashes buried on the soil of this planet anywhere that it may infect it with something. Because I would take them and stick all that shit, whatever the hell's remains of them, stick them in a space capsule and blast them off into freaking Mars and it can go to somewhere else. Just that they're that damn bad. I would not want anything, any way, shape, or form, whereby these people could come back somehow and bring back these freaking crap that they're putting out today. Because, you know, I'm realizing a lot of times the same people that are freaking slamming the shit out of anything that's right in this country are the ones that are praising the Marine Corps at the same time. Do you realize what the Marine Corps fought for? Do you even know? Do you know what they do now? You know what it is? These are a pile of asswipes that are collecting fat fees to say the right thing. Whereas me, I'm going totally against the freaking grain here. Totally. And I'll tell you this, something else. You know, there's even like scientific evidence that correlates some religious things. In other words, they say that life never really goes away, or it's actually our consciousness that creates matter. It's not actually material and matter that creates consciousness. And that, you know, we see the body when it expires, that it goes away and we don't really die, you know. Well, I'm going to tell you what my consciousness is saying right now. I would condemn you people to freaking hell, to torment, to torture forever. And I have no freaking problem giving you hell here on earth right now. That's a fact, Jack. I'm telling you that not only are you freaking people should be exterminated, but it should be put to you that you people do not belong in this nation. Your remains do not even belong on this earth. I will not tolerate any more asswipes that are kissing up to the Marine Corps birthday, that are blatant freaking total communist New World Order control freaks and total asswipes. I won't tolerate that. Not in the least. You know, I've been looking at some of the political situation. I don't follow it very deeply. And I'm not really a fan of Trump per se, because I realize, you know, he's full of shit. You know, he's a businessman. I know that. I mean, but compared to like Hillary Clinton, holy smoke, the guy looks like a freaking saint. And I'm looking at all these different barbs they're throwing at Trump lately through the major media, and I'm saying to myself, holy shit. You know, here's a guy, even though you're not going to ever get a saint in the White House, you're never going to find anybody that's that damn good. But, you know, he's not part of the actual political apparatus. He really is an outsider. Obama is an own stooge, man. He's owned by the Chicago Mafia. He's owned by Valerie Jarrett. I don't even know where the hell he was born. He might have been born in Kenya. He could have been born in a lab experiment in a military base, for all I freaking know. You know, I mean, that's bullshit. That guy's freaking bullshit all the way. He is part of the New World Order, and he's going freaking balls to the wall right at the end of his last term here to push as much as he possibly can. But, of course, the major media sucks up to him left and right. So, anybody sucking up to things that are against the American way of life, the true American way of life, is basically stabbing the Marine Corps in the back at every freaking minute of the day, every second of the day, every hour of the day for the entire year. And then, on November 10th, they put a little la-di-da story out there about, how the Marine Corps did this and the Marine Corps saved us. And really? Listen, you piece of shit. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not kissing up to any of you. I'm glad I'm not guarding. You know, well, I'm not going to even say any more than I said, man. You already know where I'm coming from. You know, you already know where I'm coming from. But I don't even think the situation with you people is good enough to just get rid of you, man. You know, I personally, I'm like Dick Cheney on steroids. That's how bad I think of you people. And it's my consciousness that's willing this. So even if I can't reach you right now with my hand and wrap it around your freaking scrawny throat or whatever the hell it is, I'm going to tell you right now that, you know, my consciousness is telling you, and whatever your freaking being is, that I want you to torment in hell forever. And you know what, you Jesus freaks? You guys are a bunch of freaking wimps, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. All you do is you hide behind the Bible. I don't hide behind that kind of shit. I really realized what kind of people that I could trust around me. And you know what? It's never these freaking Bible thumpers, man. Never in a million years. You can't count on a thought Bible thumper in a million years. That is an absolute fact. When something's going down, you can't trust on those goody-good piece of shit. There's absolutely nothing that's good about them. So, you know, where I'm coming from is, you call it seething hatred? Yeah, I don't give a shit. But I'm not pulling any punches on this bullshit anymore, because I'm telling you right now, on the Marine Corps birthday, I'm willing my consciousness against a total obliteration of the enemy, which means our internal enemy in this country. Period. Like I said, I'm like Dick Cheney on steroids, man. I got no freaking sympathy for you pieces of shit at all. And you can freaking tell me all this wonderful shit, I don't give a damn. Oh, the Marine Corps did this, the Marine Corps did that. And you know, any Marines that want to play along with the kiss-ass bullshit, cute uniform crap, the hell with that shit too. I look at it, the enemy needs to be destroyed, and the enemy needs to be put down, and the enemy needs to be obliterated. Worse than anything that happened to Carthage. Worst. It's the only way it's going to have to be. Like I said, after the enemy's destroyed, obliterated, burned to cinders, I would send that freaking remains of cinders in urns to freaking outer space. I wouldn't even want that shit on this earth anymore. That's exactly how I feel about it. And you can look at this as a conscious prayer that will maybe come about in a material form at some point in time, that's going to gobble you up like the teeth of the Hydra. Ass wipes, you disgust me. I'll just put it to you that way. Ass wipes in the media, you disgust me. Major media, you suck. That's all there is to it. Is this an advertiser-friendly video? Probably not. I don't really give a shit. What I'm telling you right now is the absolute truth. That's all there is to it. And the people most of the people on the airwaves, they will not tell you the truth. You'll see Marines on here sometimes come on and they'll tell you some, oh, Mr. President, oh, I disagree with you, and this is our tradition. Obama, Osama Obama, Bin Laden, Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, Dick Cheney, whatever freaking, all these other freaking Bushes, Bill Clinton, the whole 9 yards, they're all a pile of shit. They need to be uprooted like a cancer and cut out, and we need to find the malignant strains that are going through this country and destroy them completely and totally. Obliterate them. No way around it.